k'tanila. But regarding Bechor, it says Eshegal Galena Yagul Kshal Adam. That's a mum. You can't be brought as a sacrifice. This is like kasha. It's not a question. We're talking about a different topic. Haba Uchma, Haba Tziriya. One is regarding the black of the eye. The other one is talking about the socket of the eye. That the human eye has is round.
The shape of the pupil. Because they're all black on the inside, because that's just the retina.
The pupil. That's what it means. The pupil. That's what it means.
No, it's the iris. That's why a cat has a cat's eye.
Right.
Wait, so animals don't have
You're saying that
So beautiful.
the
eyes are beautiful.
the round pupil is in the animal as well. The round pupil is in the animal. However, the socket where it is, or maybe the slit of the eyelids, maybe, I'm not sure. I think it's the socket. That in animals is not necessarily round. Okay. On the side it says that Rabbeinu Chananel's girsa is different. That he doesn't say bitzirei, which means the split or the slit. He says that it means tzira, which means the shine, which is the color of the eye. I guess the color of the eye in animals is not round. I don't know. Rabbi Yamar, Rabbi Yanai says, Hainu time de Rameir, another pshat. Rabbi Yanai was the teacher of Rabbi Yochanan. He says the reason for Rabbi Meir is Hoil ve'inem halchas lefneim k'shal adam. Animals, their eyes are on the front of the face, as opposed to fish. Fish, the eyes are on the side, and that's why Rabbi Meir doesn't say that fish are tummy leda. If a person, not fish or tummy leda, if a woman gives birth to a fish, so that the woman is tummy leda. 1 second. What about a bird? The name of halchas lefanav. The birds also have their eyes on the side. Come Rabbi Meir the tummy. Rabbi Meir says it's tummy. This can't be the valid reason. Rabbi says bekarya v'kifufa. We need the professor to show us the different birds. But bekarya kifufa. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
The owl. Okay, the owl.
Give it to them.
Very good.
Good job.
The owl, and I don't know what else. What are the two birds? Because the owl would be the kifufa would be the owl, but I don't know what the karya is.
Little owl and great owl.
Okay, good. Okay.
Where you been, man?
So the owl have the eyes in the front. So now where we're holding that when Reb Meir says that a bird that comes out of a woman makes the woman tamei, he's talking about an owl. That leaves us with other birds not. We're going to have a problem with this. We thought Reb Meir said that any form of a bird that comes out would make her tummy leda. Meisvei, the Gemara has a question. Rabbi Chanina ben Antignas, it could be Rabbi Chanina ben Gamliel. They switch it. What happens is, certain times, and sometimes we have a machlekes, and we have the two opinions, and comes along a third Tana, and says that I'm going to accept this item from this Tana, and I'm going to accept this item from that Tana. Now, what that means, when he does that, he's shopping, like which one the halacha should be. What that means is that they were arguing about whatever item he said, or else he didn't have to say, I'm going to accept that item. So that tells us where the machlekes is. So, Rabbi Chanina ben Antignas says that he's accepting Reb Meir by a behema and a chaya, and he's accepting the words of the Chachamim by birds. That means that Reb Meir would argue on that. My oifis, which birds is he accepting? Eily, that he's accepting the Chachamim that it's going to be tahar. Eily mabakarya v'kifufa. Maybe we'll say that he's saying that it's tahar even by an owl, the big owl, the small owl. Ma'ishna behema v'chaya. Why does he not accept why does he accept Reb Meir by an animal? Because they name halchas lefneim k'shel adam, because the eyes are on the front. So kirvi kfufanami, by an owl also the eyes are on the front. So why should he not accept that? Elapshita b'sharayfus. It must be that he's saying that other birds are tahar, but owls would be tamei. Mechlal de Rav Meir palig b'sharayfus.
Wow.
If he's saying that he's accepting the chachamim by other birds, that means that Rav Meir doesn't agree with that. We see that Rav Meir argues by the other birds. The Gemara answers this answer that says actually what we thought was the machlekes is really not a machlekes. Really, it's going to come out that the reason why he's accepting the chachamim by birds is because Rav Meir doesn't argue by birds, and that's the answer that we're going to do. But we have to add words in the Mishnah in the Bais to say that. My answer is chesur mechzavah chiktani. It's missing words, and you should read it. You should teach it like this: Rabbi Chanina ben Tignas Aimer Ner Dev Rav Meir bebehima v'chaya v'wadin l'ker v'kifufa. That he's accepting the words of Rab Meir by an animal and a beast. And the same thing applies to the owls. And he's accepting the words of Rab Meir by other birds, the words of the Chum by other birds. Because even Rab Meir never argued with the Chachamim, he only argued regarding the owl, but he's maida that the other birds are going to be tahar. V'hatanya. And we even have a brisa that supports this. Amar Rabbi Elazar bar Tzaddik. We had him yesterday with two stories.
The person who
fasted. Now we have again. Hamapelas min behema v'chaya. If a woman gives birth to something that's like an animal or a beast or a wild animal, l'divrei Rab Meir Vlad. According to Rab Meir, it's a considered an offspring of birth. Well, divrei chacham mein of Vlad. According to the Chacham, it's not. Okay, that we know from the Mishnah. U'ba'oifes, however, by birds, tibadek, you have to check. So it says, what do you mean? Laman tibadek. According to whom do you have to check? Lav l'divrei Rab Meir. Must be, is it not? According to Rab Meir, damar karya v'kifufa in and sharayfus lai. You have to check because Rab Meir agrees that sharayfus are tar. Other birds are tar. It's only the owl that would be tar. It's not a real proof because tibadik Rabbanan. Maybe it means that you have to check according to the Rabbanan. This is a huge chiddush. The Rabbanan said that only if it's Turas Adam is it Tameh. Only if it's the image of a man is the woman, is the mother Tameh. Now, according to Rav Acha Breder Ravika, the Chum are saying only the image of a man or an owl. Why? You said that an animal is going to be tar if it looks like an animal. The Gemara answers because they have a jaw. They have a jaw. An owl has a jaw. The same way a man has a jaw.
No other animal has a jaw.
I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe it means the jaw going going up. That it looks like the face. It looks like a human face as opposed to the long face of the animal.
Oh,
I think that it was a chin. Maybe it's a chin. No.
It's an
Maybe
upright. It's an upright bird, as opposed to
What about
animals
what
that
about a monkey?
move this way.
That would be the same.
Monkeys are people.
By the way, kifuf is a monkey or an ape. Kifufa is an owl, but that's not what the Gemara is referring to.
Strange thing is an owl can turn its head around almost 360. They're like pretty close to it. So we stop
Okay.
doing there.
The women have
Reb Chaim, follow this Gemara. Reb Chaim, you gotta see this. You're gonna look at this Gemara. It's a very interesting. Boy mine Reb Yirmiyah me Reb Zera. Reb Yirmiyah has a question for Reb Zera.
This is in Eretz Yisrael or
It's in L'chayret in Eretz Yisrael. They both came from Babel.
Cheeks, by the way. Cheeks like that.
Oh, cheeks. Okay. The Reb Meir, the Amar Behema B'Meisha Vlad Ma'al according to Reb Meir, that says that an animal that's inside a woman that comes out is a real. She gives birth to something that's like deformed in it, but it looks like an animal. that's considered a real birth. So listen to this. A girl can get married very young by her father accepting from the man, from the husband, the Kedushin, and he can marry off his young daughter. So Kibala via Kedushin Mahu, let's say the father accepts Kedushin for this creature that was born. So the Gemara says, what would the difference be? If the husband then wants to go and marry the sister of this creature, he's not allowed to marry his wife's sister. Now, he's only not allowed to marry his wife's sister if the wife is alive. It says, L'meimr dechaye. He's saying that this is going to live. This creature, we're not thinking that it's living. All of this stuff is not that it's going to live and walk around and all of that. We thought that it was some sort of miscarriage. That's what we were dealing with. It says, Rab Meir says, Rab Yehuda Marav says, oh, isn't that interesting? We have Rabbi Yehuda Shmuel before explaining Rabbi Meir. Now we have Rabbi Yehuda Marav limiting. He says, Rabbi Meir said this only because the creature, that type of creature would exist. Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov. Rav Acha bar Yaakov says, Ad kan hiviu Rabbi Yirmiyah le Zera lidei gichach v'lei gachach. See how far Rabbi Yirmiyah went to get Rabbi Zera to laugh, and he still wouldn't laugh. Now Rashi over here says that that Reb Zera was very serious, and he held that it's forbidden to laugh since the destruction. Wow. You're not allowed to laugh. Now, Reb Yirmiyah held that you're allowed to laugh in words of Torah, and Reb Zera apparently was even strict about that, so he didn't want to.
Why did he feel more about the Bais Mikdash than anyone else?
I don't know.
About Shabbos.
I don't know.
You love him, Shabbos?
It's like the teacher says, get that smirk off your face. Why? Beis HaMikdash was. Okay. Gufa. It was taught before. Amar Rabbi Yehuda Marav. Rabbi Yehuda says, name of Rav, Layamar Rav Meir Lahayel of Nina Miskayim. Because Rav Meir said, what is going to be Tameh? Because its species can exist. Amar Rabbi Yirmiyah Midifti. Rabbi Yirmiyah Midifti says, Afanan Nami Tanina. We were also taught in a Mishnah, we learned in a Mishnah the same thing, that it really can't exist, these things. And we're just saying it, that Rav Meir is talking about these things, that they're type, gave birth to something that looked like a sheep, a lamb or something, that lamb could exist, so that's why we're considering it a birth. Talking about b'chayris. Now, there's a difference between if someone's a firstborn male, there's two halachas that are relevant. One is that he needs a pidyon ben, and the other halacha is that he gets a double portion of the inheritance. Now, the criteria for those two halachas are different. The criteria for a pidyon ben is it needs to be the opening of the womb. The criteria, and it has to be natural, right? The opening of the womb. So the criteria to get a double portion of the inheritance, like if there's two sons, you divide it into three portions, and the firstborn gets a double portion. So that criteria is that it needs to live, and the father needs to worry about. It needs to be a viable child that the father would be concerned about its existence.
Firstborn gets all the worries.
Right. Someone told me, there was a first-year teacher that told me. He said, now I know why the firstborn gets a double portion, because you practice on them. You got to get through the first one to see how to do this. So
you also take more pictures of the firstborn.
Get all the anxiety of it.
So you're saying the double portion is he gets to keep the double portion of the pictures. Okay, so Mapelas come in Behema Chayav Oif. We're supposed to take out the these words. What is it? What is it? What are you supposed to replace in the new Gemara? What does it say over there? If a woman gives birth, something that's like an animal or a bird. So Vlad Ma'alyahu Divri Reb Meir. Reb Meir says that it's considered a birth. Chacham say it needs to be the form of a man. Okay, Vamapela sandal. This is a birth that there's no face. Apparently, it was like a twin, and it gets pushed, squeezed, so that there's no real form there. A shilya, a spear, or it's just a placenta, or it's just the skin without any bones inside. So merukam, it's the merukam is the form of the body is there. By yetzim mechutach, or it comes out that it's cut up. Haba achrav, the child that's born after this, b'char lenachla, is a firstborn for inheritance. In other words, because that first child for inheritance was not considered viable. Ve'ina b'char l'kayin, but it's not a b'char l'kayin because it's not the one that opened the womb. V'isal kadaitach, and if it would enter your mind to say the chaye that they continue to live, habar achrav b'char lenachla, b'char lenachla mihavi, would the one that comes afterwards be a b'char lenachla? It can't be a b'char lenachla for inheritance. Amarav aloylam dechaye. Really, it does live. When it comes to b'char lenachla, you have to also worry about it that it should live. The first of its strength. In other words, yes, it could come out alive, but the father knows that it's not going to survive, and so if it dies, he doesn't mourn over it the way he would mourn over something that should have survived.
What did it mean, b'chor l'kohen? I don't. That's
that he has to do a pidyon haben.
For pidyon haben.
Let me quickly go through this. Ravada Barava me Abaya. Ravada Barava asks from Abaya. Reb Meir dam Rabbeim b'meishav lad ma'alyahu. According to Reb Meir, that says an animal inside a woman is a birth. Right? It comes out as a birth. Let's take a look at this. This is unbelievable. Adam b'mei behema mai. What about if an animal gives birth to a human? What's the difference? The shuri ba'achila, if you can eat it.
Oh boy.
We should answer this from Rabbi Yochanan. If you find a bird inside, you're not allowed to eat it. The Gemara says, 1 second. You don't have hoofs, you don't have split hoofs. It's not really a full split hoof. But parsimiyika, but you still have a foot. You still have like a heel there. So maybe it's still considered like in that animal species. It should be permitted to eat this person.
Doesn't answer.
No.
Or take or anything.
No.
Or gichu.
Okay, let's leave it here.
Where are you going for Shabbos?
Welcome back.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here.
Dora the Explorer. Mount Dora. It's going to Mount